Hello, everyone. I'm so very excited. I'm so very excited, everyone. This is the 36th lesson, the 36th week of A Course in Miracles, and we have so much in store tonight, y'all. We have so much in store. So I'm gonna first let me start out with Lesson 36 of A Course in Miracles. Lesson 36 of A Course in Miracles says, "My holiness envelops everything I see." And I'll remind everybody to please mute. My holiness envelops everything I see. So this, as every week, this week's lesson, lesson 36, is powerful. Last week, we learned that our mind is part of God's and that we are very holy. And this week, we learn that our holiness envelops everything we see. So I am going to read the first paragraph of this week's lesson, y'all. Jesus says, "Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday, but really last week for us, from the perceiver to the perceived. You are holy because your mind is part of God's. And because you are holy, your sight must be holy as well. Sinless means without sin. You cannot be without sin just a little bit. You are either sinless or not. If your mind is part of God's, you must be sinless, or a part of his mind would be sinful. Your sight is related to his holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body." So Jesus is saying, we are sinless. We are without sin. We are as God created us. We are as God created us. So I always encourage everyone to continue to study A Course in Miracles. Do a lesson a day, especially in these times, y'all. Especially in these times, it is critical that we take ownership of our minds, not social conditioning, not fear, not those who supposedly have authority over us. It is critical that we take ownership of our own minds. And in order to do that, we are able to do that by studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles. Just one lesson a day, guys. Just one lesson a day. So I am going to unpin myself because I'm so excited, y'all. I'm in the ninth dimension right now. All my teeth are showing. Okay. I am elated to invite everyone to meet my dear friend, our much anticipated guest, Antoinette Fumos.
Hi, everybody.
We work together, but she is a very dear friend of mine. Like, I don't know what we're going to do after this session, right? Antoinette, you're going to have to come on all the time. I'm introducing her. And Antoinette, did you want to say a few words before I talk about your background?
Well, I'd just like to thank you, of course, for asking me to join your lovely group. I think you all are just so blessed to have Loretta as a teacher and guide. She's just got such great energy and she's just so loving, and I don't know, she's just luscious to me. love her to death. And I just love how she teaches through story and metaphor. To me, she brings the Course in Miracles into the everyday present. And that's what I like about her as a teacher. So thank you, Loretta, for inviting me.
Thank you so much for joining us. So let me tell you a little bit about Antoinette. Antoinette is an energy channel and a trained Taoist Five Element acupuncturist. She's been doing that since 1993. She has also done intensive study of A Course in Miracles. Since 2009, she's been studying A Course in Miracles. Antoinette works with the assistance of higher consciousness to help people release blocks on their journey to ascension and transition toward fifth dimensional consciousness, which is absolutely what we're doing in this space. I am elated to share that Antoinette channels, are y'all ready for this? She channels a being from Andromeda who identifies himself as Zequiel. I have had the opportunity to have a session with Antoinette and Zequiel, and as I did, you will feel the incredibly warm and loving energy from both of them. Antoinette and Zequiel are the most loving beings I have had the opportunity to encounter. I told Antoinette that they are an energetic match. Zequiel has come through at this time, everyone, to help humans grow, change, and evolve on their path of ascension into the fifth dimension. Zequiel and Antoinette met in January of 2019 while Antoinette was mentoring with Tina Spalding, and we are all familiar with Tina, who channels Jesus and Ananda. Like us, Zequiel has had a lifetime incarnated as a third dimensional human-like being before, and so he has deep compassion and understanding for the human condition and soul journey. Using Antoinette's knowledge of A Course in Miracles and her knowledge of energetics as a Taoist Five Element acupuncturist, Zequiel is able to work with many beings and help as many people as possible to remove the blocks in their minds to the presence of love so that they may find peace and joy and heal and become whole. Antoinette and Zequiel's work is varied. They can work with all issues that are showing up in your life and work with these issues from the root, energetically and emotionally. They work lovingly at a pace that is right for you. They may use energy clearing to clear blocks. They may have, that you may have, and their sessions might offer advice on health and lifestyle problems and can include acupressure and nutritional advice to activate your body's natural healing ability. So listen to this, y'all. If your soul calls for it, they may activate or connect to portals that will assist you in creating along your highest and most loving timeline. They may also look into past life experiences if these experiences are creating challenges in your current lifetime, and if they're relevant to what your soul is looking to learn and evolve from. So needless to say, Zequiel is very thorough, and I can attest to this. And he is able to lovingly express the things we need to hear with incredible compassion. During my session with Antoinette and Zequiel while discussing my challenges, I remember Zequiel saying that he was checking my energy to make sure I was not getting overwhelmed with the information, because y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot, okay? So I had a lot going on, but it was incredible how much he knew and how accurate he was, and the information that I received was so incredibly healing because I was given so much awareness. And this awareness empowered me to release and clear my issue. And in that way, we're able to heal ourselves and demonstrate ourselves as God. So without further delay, I am honored to introduce everyone to Antoinette and invite her to share her beautiful energy with us. So Antoinette, welcome to the sharing group.
Thank you so much, Loretta. I appreciate your kind words and all of your gracious introductions. So what can I tell everyone about Zequiel or myself before we get started? What would you like me to say?
You know what? Can you just talk a little bit about how A Course in Miracles kind of changed your life a little bit?
Sure, absolutely. Well, the funny thing is that I came to the Course in Miracles actually through a patient of mine. She told me that I needed to read a particular book. It was called Disappearance of the Universe. She said I had to read it, and I wrote it down, and I said, okay, I'll go to Barnes and Noble and I'll go get it as soon as possible. And at the end of the day, I went out to my car, and there it was on top of my car. And she had bought it for me and left it there for me. And I was reading it. It was very engaging. And this guy, Gary Renard, who wrote it, kept referring to A Course in Miracles within the text of the book. And I thought, well, I really need to get this book, A Course in Miracles. I had heard of it before, but I didn't really know what it was. I thought it was probably many, many books because it sounded like a course, like something I had to take like for years and years. And it actually turned out to be one book, but something I had to learn for years and years and years. So the first years I read it, it was like reading Greek. I didn't really know what I was reading at all. But I kept reading it. I couldn't put it down and carrying it around and trying to figure out what it was. Anyway, long story short, I met Tina and started following her and mentoring with her. And then the Course in Miracles became something that had meaning to me. And what it meant for me was beyond any kind of course of study or class I've taken or energy medicine that I've practiced or understood. And really what it did is it helped me clarify my mind so that I could become, as the Course says, a divine communication device for God. And that is what we are all capable of doing. And Zequiel is really here to let people know that we can all be a divine communication device for God. We all are made in God's image. We are all holy children of God. And I had no religious training. I didn't really know what any of the book meant. I didn't know what Holy Spirit really meant or anything else. And what I've come to understand is that the Course in Miracles is a book of universal truths. And what is fascinating to me, the connection that I've made as a Taoist acupuncturist, is that Taoism is it's a philosophy, an Asian philosophy that is rooted in unity consciousness, and it brings a person to a unified, clarified mind. So what I've learned in combining the two together is that the Course in Miracles is literally described in the way our energy moves in our body. So our energy moves in our body the way the Course in Miracles describes who we are. We're not a body. You are your energy. You are your heart and your mind. In Taoist acupuncture, your heart is your supreme controller. Your heart is your mind, not your brain. And so I really came to understand through my study of the Course and miracles, that we really are truly God. We really are love. We are light.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. We all are God. So thank you. Thank you for sharing with us your journey.
Yeah.
I just wanted now, I think, Antoinette, I'm going to share my screen and let everybody see how Zequiel. So you have a dear friend, right? And what's her name again? And she
And Angeline Stewart, she signed the rendering Angelica because that's her painter's name.
so she actually did this rendering of Zequiel. And does everybody see my screen? Can everybody
Yes.
see?
Yes.
Yes, I can see.
Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. This is a rendering of Zequiel. So we wanted to share that so that we can have an opportunity to see who will be speaking with us. So, and Antoinette, I'll follow your lead if you wanted to channel Zequiel at this time. And once he has, when I will follow his leadership, and once he goes into the meditation, I'll share the chakra healing form. I'm going to share my screen for all the viewers who will be looking at our video. So I'm going to mute myself and allow Zequiel.
So I'm just going to sit quietly for a few seconds and just connect with him and allow him to come through. I am Zequiel. I am from another dimension. I am from another time, space, reality. And it is a delight to meet you all. It is a delight indeed. Thank you so much for coming and being curious and wondering about who we are over here on the other side of the veil. And I, Zequiel, am here to tell you that I am here with a stadium full of guides and teachers who all love you so much. We love you all so much. We are over here rooting for you and sending you love and light and healing codes through the sun, healing codes through the air, healing codes through the foods that you eat when you eat a fresh fruit or vegetable and is filled with light, with healing codes in it, believe it or not. Dear ones, we are with you here right now during this time on your planet to help you and to assist you. And you only have to ask for us to be with you. You live in a free will zone, you live on a free will planet, and your planet is growing and changing and evolving herself. She is moving to the 5th dimension. She is a beautiful planet. And you all who are here with us now are moving with her. You are way showers. You are light workers. You are endowed with the purpose and intent to bring the light to the planet. You are holy children of God. All children in human form, all beings in human form on your planet at this time are holy children of God. And you, in your special gathering, are in many ways on the, shall we say, front lines of the transformation. You are way showers, light workers, and you are being called to, as we say over here, up your game. What does that mean? It means you're being asked to clarify your minds. and to really get clear that you are simply love and light. You are just an energy body. You are not what we call over here your meat suit. You are not your body. You are the love that is in your body. You are the light that exudes from your body. You are the magnificence of God. You are all that is. And anything you have in your mind that tells you otherwise can be transformed through forgiveness. The forgiveness practices that are coming to you through this book that you call on your planet, A Course in Miracles, are multiverse in truth. What do I mean by multiverse? Forgiveness is a practice that is done by all beings. How do you think we ascended from a humanoid condition in our galaxy so far away from you, where we were warring and fighting and disturbed with each other and not agreeing with each other? There came a time when higher frequency beings like us over here are talking to you, came and talked to us. And they said, enough is enough. You all need to learn to love each other. You all are holy children of God, made in the in the image of God. You have to learn to love each other. Love will heal all of your problems. So they came to us and we learned from them, like you're learning from me now, like you're going to learn from me in this stadium of guides and teachers who are all here for all of you. Just ask. And you're going to start to hear new ways of responding to your fellow brothers and sisters. The time is now to start presencing love. Start speaking love. Now, love is not ooey gooey and airy fairy and rainbows and unicorns all the time. It can be strong. It can be firm. And it is always clear, and it is never judging. That is what forgiveness will clear up in your mind, dear ones. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself for every attacking thought you have all day long. Forgive yourself for having that thought. Release that thought to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is simply an intermediary between you and love, light, God, and all that is. We're going to show you on our dear one's arm. Our dear one is who we call the channel, whose voice we use to speak with you. There is an energy portal on your arm that connects you with the Holy Spirit, which is the intermediary between you in your meat suit and God, love, light, and all that is. And it is on this side of your arm. If you take your 3 fingers and you put it on your arm and you bend your wrist like this, and you find the spot below the 3rd finger in between those tendons that stick out when you make your hand like that, that is the spot. It's a very unassuming spot. But guess what? We chose that on a human body for that purpose, because not very many people touch you there. That's sort of a vulnerable place that you just keep to yourself. So you can touch yourself there and apply gentle pressure and connect with the Holy Spirit. And then forgive yourself for whatever attacking thought you had about yourself or another. And then release it to the Holy Spirit like this. And we will take it from you so that your mind can become clearer, so your vibration can raise, so your frequency can emit to your brothers and sisters a frequency of love, so that you can use what is called the universal truth of the ripple effect to heal everyone that you come in contact with just by being you. Isn't that a beautiful? So we would also like to bring a meditation to you that you can practice with your own energy body, your own chakras, your own vibratory light. And our dear one would like to share that with you and demonstrate it to you. And you all have that paper that our dear one has had sent to you. And we will ask our beloved dear friend Loretta. We have met with her and we enjoy her loving presence. Is this, dear Loretta, a good time to begin that?
Yes, I am sharing the screen, Zequiel, of the chakra. Can everybody see the energy chakra form?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, dear ones, we want you to risk trust. Risk trust and know that the reward of trust, which is love, will be returned to you. So don't worry about getting this right. Don't worry about following along and looking at your paper or the screen. Risk trust. Know that you'll have many opportunities to practice this in the coming days. But we want you to take a look at the screen for a minute and see the beautiful colors and sacred geometry that your love light is inside your meat suit. Isn't it magnificent? That is you. That is what you really are. That is what you vibrate with. That is what you emanate to your beautiful brothers and sisters when you send them love. It's the most miraculous thing ever. That is why the book you are studying is called A Course in Miracles. No miracle is too small and no miracle is too big, because you are the miracle. You are the answer. You are love and you are light. You are God. You are it. So risk trust. Know that the reward of trust is love. And just know that you will be able to use this in the future. And just join us now, not looking at the screen or in the paper. If you can stand to do so, we always like to make a little bit of jokes and laughs and raise the energy a little bit so that you don't feel like you have to get it right. I'm going to walk you through this. This is a wonderful way to use your energy body to release unforgiving thoughts in your mind, or to release thoughts that you have in your mind that you wish you didn't have, like those attack thoughts that we were referring to earlier. So what you do first and foremost is you connect with your first chakra. So we're going to be connecting with the first chakra first. Then we're going to be going down the chakras from the 7th to the 2nd. So we'll be using your chakra body, your energy body, in a slightly different way, but that's what makes it fun. So first and foremost, connect with your first chakra and see it as a beautiful pyramid of red light. It has such a strong foundation that it can hold the very top point of the pyramid of red light, perfect balance. That is what is at the base of your spine, and it is holding you strongly on the planet, providing you the opportunity to be your own healer and to use your own light body to heal yourself and heal yourself of the thought that we're going to clarify using your own light, which is so exciting. In this session tonight and in the future as you practice it. Remember, the Course says practice. Just practice a little bit. Don't practice too much. That's when your ego gets involved. Just practice a little bit. Practice again, practice again. And as you use this tool over time, you will begin to see that it transforms and transmutes the thoughts that you have in your mind that are unloving. So connect with that red pyramid of light at the base of your spine. Allow it to create a strong foundation for you. Take a few moments, we'll be silent for a few seconds. Identify a thought or something that you would like to use your chakra system to release from your mind. Take a few more seconds to get clear about what it is you would like to release. Place that which you want to release into a sphere of purple light at the top of your head in the crown chakra of your energy body. Place it in that sphere of gorgeous violet light. And let that sphere hold that which you are going to release today. And now I'm going to take that sphere and that which it is holding and move it down into the sixth chakra, which is a beautiful indigo blue color. And you're going to spin the energy of that which you're releasing. A clockwise spin. Don't worry too much about it being clockwise. Doesn't have to be right. That's your ego who wants it to be right. Just get it spinning. The spinning action amplifies it and makes it bigger. As you make it bigger and bigger, it gets bigger and bigger so that then it's so big it's all contained right here. And now you're going to take that spinning energy and bring it down into your throat chakra, where you have a sky blue cube of energy. You're going to contain that thought which you want to release in that cube of sky blue light. Using your own light, you're containing that which you are releasing. It cannot escape the cube. And now we're going to move that cube, which is containing that which you are releasing, into your heart chakra. And we're going to move it down into the heart chakra. Can you see on our dear one, the heart chakra on her?
Yes.
Good. So in the heart chakra, you have a beautiful green infinity symbol, a beautiful, sacred, geometric infinity symbol of green light. And it is vibrating so fast. It is vibrating so fast you cannot even imagine. And at the point where the two loops meet, this is the 0 point of that infinity symbol. You take that cube through the 0 point, and your own heart purifies that thought which you are releasing. Now the thought is purified, it's contained in the blue cube, and now moved into a larger yellow cube of light in your third chakra, just below your heart and above your belly button. And this is a place on your human body that houses the energy of you walking your walk and talking your talk. So here you can gain confidence that you are going to be able to release this energy. It is in a yellow rectangle of light, and it is contained there. Now you're going to move it into the second chakra, where it is orange light. Second chakra is below your belly button and above your pubic bone. And you're going to spin the energy out by connecting that yellow rectangle of light with the orange light that is here. And you're going to spin it in a counterclockwise fashion and spin it out. So move that energy through the heart. It's contained into the yellow cube where it's contained even more, and into the orange second chakra, which is where you relate to people, places, and things. Spin the energy out. Release that energy so that you no longer are containing in your light body that which was blocking you in your mind from believing that you are a holy child of God and that there is nothing that you cannot do. You are made in the image of God. You are way showers. You are light workers. You are gathered together in this beautiful group to increase the energy of love and light on your planet together with each other. And then as you go out into the world individually, and you're welcome to teach anybody you meet this technology. We call it a chakra healing technology. Continue to practice it. Can't get it wrong. Don't worry about getting it right. Just know that this is using your own love and light to heal your own mind. That is an amazing thing. You are capable. So our dear beloved Loretta, would you like to hear anything more from me right now?
Thank you so much for that, Zequiel. Absolutely. Thank you for that beautiful meditation. And yes, we're going to revisit that many times to make sure we release these thought forms that we have. And I love the information about how we can connect with the Holy Spirit. Oh, that was beautiful. That's the first time I'm sure many of us have heard that. And so, yes, I promised our friends that they can ask a question, Zequiel. So if anybody wants to ask Zequiel anything, now is the time that you can do that. I have a question, Zequiel, while everyone gets together in their minds what they want to ask you. I wanted to ask you, I know that many of us have extraterrestrial origins. For those of us who feel ready to connect with our extraterrestrial family, how may we do that?
Well, it's really kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know the pyramids on your planet?
Yes, yep.
So, you can go inside a pyramid in your mind's eye. Those pyramids, particularly the ones in Egypt, we Andromedans helped build. They are portals to the heavenly realms. We don't share this with very many people, but we feel your group is ready to hear this. So you can, in your mind's eye, take yourself inside a pyramid and travel up into the capstone of the pyramid, asking a couple of your guides and teachers to come with you. could hook arms, could ask them to join you in any kind of way that makes sense to you so that you feel partnered and held. This is, of course, you not really doing it. This is in your mind. You're all mind. You're not your meat suit. You're not going to take your meat suit and fly up through the pyramid, not until you're an avatar. But as the human beings that you are now, go to a pyramid in your mind's eye. Take a couple of your guides and teachers with you. Go up into the capstone, which is the point that we mentioned as we were describing the red pyramid of light that is at the base of your energy body for a very good reason. Go up through that capstone and you go up into the heavenly realms and you will meet your starseed soul family. You can't not. Why? Because you're asking to have the portal take you there. And you will meet them. They are there. They love you. They love you very much. They appreciate all that you are doing and see your bravery and your courage for agreeing to come on to the Earth planet at this time as a way shower and a light worker, because all of the beings in this group have some sort of extraterrestrial connection. Otherwise, you wouldn't be interested in speaking to me.
That is very cool. That's very cool. I'm going to try that. Absolutely. Thank you, Zequiel. We have Jasmine has her hand up. Jasmine, did you have a question?
Yes. First, I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. I love you so much. You have no idea how much I love all of you.
Thank you. And so my question is, how do humans like find their purpose in this world? Because it's kind of difficult.
It is very difficult indeed, dear one. Humans have been indoctrinated to believe that your purpose on your planet is to make money through a job. And if it isn't making money through a job, it's doing some sort of, will be a little harsh, slave labor in a sense. You're all being enslaved by the idea of finding your purpose. Your purpose, dear one, is to be the light. Your purpose is to be the light, shine your light, to be love, and to help heal yourself and to heal your brothers and sisters. So how do you do that in the world that you live in? You only engage in activities that bring you joy. If you are engaged in an activity that does not bring you joy, and you can't find any way to make it bring you joy through any way of changing your mind or choosing to change your mind about the way you're looking at it, then it is not something that is in alignment with your higher self. So we repeat, the true purpose of your life is to become the light on your planet, to heal yourself, and to help heal your brothers and sisters by being the light. The way you do that in a human body on a three-dimensional, dense planet is to engage only in activity that bring you joy. And if it isn't bringing you joy and you can't change your mind in some way to help see it differently such that it can bring you joy, then you're off track and you need to change your mind and do something different. Does that help you?
Yes, very much. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you so much, Zequiel. Thank you so much. That's it. Our connection to joy. So we have two other questions. Leo has his hand up, and then Miata, I'll ask a question for her. So
Hey.
Leo, you can start.
Hi, Leo.
When it comes to the dream state, how can we, first of all, let me say, I have had many experiences which seem to be dreams. And I wanted to know, is it like an ability that everyone has, or is it a way we can use to connect to spirit?
So Leo, you can mute yourself. I'm going to ask. So Leo is asking, can we use the dream state as a way to connect with spirit?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for asking. So I think what you are referring to, and please clarify, are you asking if you can use the state of your mind while you are quote unquote asleep to connect with spirit?
Yes.
Okay. So to be clear, the whole life you're living is a dream state. So we don't want to make you too terribly confused, but it is a dream, and the whole thing is a dream state. And to answer your question, while you are asleep and in your therefore subconscious mind, not your waking conscious mind, as you say on your planet, you can connect with spirit. And you have to ask, before you fall asleep, want to ask spirit to come to you in your dreams. And then when you wake up, you want to immediately connect with your subconscious mind and write down that which you remember you dreamt. Slowly but surely, remember what you're learning from this book, A Course in Miracles on Your Planet. Everything is a practice when you're learning to clarify your mind and increase the vibration of your consciousness. You keep asking for guidance before you fall asleep. Perhaps even ask for guidance about a particular thing. Ask for spirit to bring you a message. Ask for spirit to bring you a sign. Ask for spirit to bring you clarity and understanding. And then when you wake up each morning, you write down what you remember. Slowly but surely, what will happen is you will begin to have dreams that make sense to you, dreams that bring you information, dreams that help you understand your circumstances, and you will eventually even have what is called a lucid dream on your planet. A lucid dream is a dream in which you experience another now moment that happens in another time. We won't go into time because that is a very long discussion, but you will experience another time that is quote unquote real in your dream life, and it will feel so real, it will be like you were there. That is a lucid dream. So that is a very long-winded answer to your question, but does it answer it for you?
Most definitely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Leo, for your question. Next, we have a question from Miata. Miata, did you want me to ask the question, or are you going to ask?
Yes, you can ask it for me, please.
So,
I love you.
Oh, I
you.
love you very much.
Love it. Miata wants to know, what are her angels trying to say to her about where she is now and her and her future and her purpose.
Well, remember your purpose is becoming the light. As we said to our dear one who we spoke to earlier about this, Jasmine, I believe. Your purpose is becoming the light. So your process to becoming the light is an undoing of that which is in your mind that is not light. So your angels and your guides and your teachers are there to assist you in following what we'll call the breadcrumbs that Spirit puts out for you to follow. So, for example, you don't just have angels, dear one. You have teachers. You have teachers who have come before you, who are now in spirit, who are living this, who have lived, quote unquote, lives similar to the life you are living now. And they are there to help you and give you higher guidance from their experience. But you have to ask. So angels are beings that are from the angelic realm. They have never been in body before. There are ascended masters who have been in body before, but angels from the angelic realm have not been in body before, but angels are beginning to take bodily form now. So what your angels are telling you in your life right now is that you are to become more confident and more courageous about being loving out in the world. Because with an angelic kind nature in your, shall we say, stack up of energy, it takes a little bit of, shall we say, tiptoeing around, because there aren't very many angels in body on your planet at this time. So you're not really to worry so much about your future. Your future will be well cared for. We can't even tell you about your future because you live on a free will planet and you're there in body to experience everything that you are to experience in separation. But what I, Zequiel, can tell you as an angelic being is that to develop a little bit of confidence and courage by being an angel inside a meat suit, you're going to find yourself more at ease following the breadcrumbs that your guides and teachers are putting out for you. What do we mean by breadcrumbs? We mean signs and symbols like synchronicities. Like I, Zequiel, love to put in front of people birds and numbers to let them know that I am with them. Are there certain sorts of breadcrumbs that you have been noticing, dear one?
Yes, I see a lot of numbers every day. I see symbols, all of that, really numbers, like in the same one. So I know I'm always getting signs and getting messages and guidance all around me. So yes, I absolutely do.
Okay, good. The numbers come through to you from the angelic realm. Those are your angelic ancestors sending you encouragement to remain confident and courageous. Because imagine, you are not vulnerable. You cannot be destroyed. You are God, love, and light. But yet, imagine what it feels like to be an angel inside a meat suit. That's you. How's it feel to hear that?
That feels awesome. I love that. I mean, I hear that a lot from people. So hearing you say that is like, oh, okay. And I know that's just my spirit anyway. Like I'm down to earth and laid back. So like hearing that is like, oh, it makes me feel good. Cause that's why I try to be in this lifetime. It's just to be an angel in human form to everybody that I love and just whoever come in contact with me. So that feels good.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Miata is an angel. I love it. So we have 4 more questions and then we don't want to wear our channel out. So Greg, you have your hand raised.
Yes, thank you. First, thank you very much for visiting us and educating us. It's quite a pleasure and honor. My question is a follow-up to the first question on our purpose here in life. In being the light, I understand that. Could you define that a little further? Is being the light really just working on yourself and raising your vibration, or is it helping others see the spiritual path and helping them get on that path? Is that part of being the light also, or a combination, or just working on yourself?
The number one thing that you can do to become the light is to become in love with yourself, first and foremost. Now that sounds funny, doesn't it? Because who tells you on your planet to become in love with yourself? Not many people. Not many of your guides and teachers. Not many of the systems that you have that are telling you how to be and what to do. Instead, they're telling you what you do wrong and what you haven't done right yet, and so on and so forth. It's very hard to help other people when you're filled with judgments about all the errors that you have committed and made. So how do you become the light? Forgive yourself for everything you have declared yourself guilty of. As your lesson that your dear Loretta said to you at the beginning of our session today read, if God was sinful, you would be filled with sin, but you're not. Your holiness emits to everything because that is what you are. So you can undo all the guilt and shame in your mind by using forgiveness. Become an enlightened being. Just by being the light, you heal your brothers and sisters, because in the presence of your light, they see by way of reflection that which is not in the light yet within themselves. And they will want to tell you about it. And they will want to know how to have it be brought to the light. And you can tell them to forgive themselves for that which they declare themselves guilty of. It's so simple, dear one. It's hard. But if you remember, it's simple, and you just remember that's what you need to practice, you'll be able to do it. The hard part comes in from the ego saying, this should be more difficult. This should require more of me. I need to change everyone first, and that would show everyone I'm a great being. Now, fall in love with yourself. Undo all of the guilt in your own mind. You will become the light by shedding your light around you You will heal others instantly. Does that answer your question?
That is very helpful. Thank you very much for your answer.
Thank you so much, Zequiel, and thank you, Greg. Okay, 3 more. Brittany wants to know if there is any information in terms of her finding her soulmate or us finding our soulmate.
So the soulmate, dear one, is a very interesting and somewhat provocative term. All humans want to have this love connection with another being, and they want to be seen by that being, and they want to be accepted by that being, and they want to not be judged by that being, and they want to be respected by that being. And you deserve that. Every being deserves that. And the way to get there is to fall in love with yourself. Become your own soulmate first. Find all the places in your mind where you have been indoctrinated to believe that if you have a mate in your life, you will be a better person, a healed person, a more valuable person, etc., etc. Whatever it is you have been indoctrinated to believe. Dear one, none of that is true. Forgive yourself for believing all of those things. One by one, find them. The Course in Miracles talks about going beneath the form. Go beneath the form of every thought form you find. Oh, I'll be a better person. I have a partner, and go beneath the form. Find why you believe that. Why do you believe that? Well, maybe as you dig deep and dig deep and dig deep, you'll find out that you were indoctrinated to believe that you have no value unless you have a partner. Forgive yourself for believing that. It isn't true. It isn't universally true at all. And release that to the Holy Spirit, touching that part of your body and moving your hand like this. Release it to us. We'll take it from you. So what we hope that you can do, and what we know that you can do, using the lessons of the Course, you can clarify your mind so that you can love yourself enough so that you find a partner in life who can love you equally and fully and wholly. Together, become whole. Together, you become, in a way, like a reflection of each other back and forth. And you find at the end of your incarnation, you're actually just one. That's what we're all going to find in the end. We're all just really having one giant holy relationship with God. We're all just God in little bits and specks inside meat suits. And we're all just going to enter in the end into a holy relationship with God. So fall in love with yourself, and you will have better experience in your human form of relationship that is love-based and not fear-based.
Thank you, Brittany, for the question. We only have 2 more questions. Madison, you said you had a question.
Hi, Zequiel. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Love you.
I love you very much.
Oh, thank you. I have a question in regards to helping someone with deep trauma. Their heart is so closed and they are unable to be free, and they are stuck in their own fear. How do you help them? Is there okay, my question is do we need to go to that traumatic scene to release, or can I just relax and make him feel good, and that could kind of automatically release it?
First and foremost, dear one, it's very important for you to know and remember that humans are master creators. They create all kinds of crazy and insane lives and lifestyles and circumstances to experience their version of separation from God. So the being that you are describing, we of course love them very much, and we are in no way in judgment of them. And you need to understand that they came to this world in their human meat suit with their soul experience already chosen to experience whatever it is that traumatized them. So first and foremost, know that you can't take it away from them because it is something they agreed to experience and they wanted to create. This is a very hard thing for humans to understand. You are not a victim of the world you see is a very important lesson you will read in your Course in Miracles. Being you are describing is not a victim of trauma. They created their life so they could experience that. So what you can do for them is to create a safe container, safe space for them to express all the thoughts they have about themselves, all the ideas they have about themselves that are not loving. So you could just simply start by saying, tell me how you feel about yourself today. And they might share, I feel bad about myself today. And you could say, do you feel bad for a particular reason? And they'll tell it to you. And then you can do more and more digging. That's what going beneath the form in your Course in Miracles is all about. Go beneath, and you go beneath, and you go beneath. And eventually, over time, after being with this being, don't do it the first time you're with them or the 10th time you're with them. Spend time with them, just creating a safe space where they can just say how they feel. And eventually you'll get to the bottom of why they created the traumatic experience they wanted to experience in this life. It may take years of sitting with a person who has deep trauma. This is something we can discuss with you later if you would like. It's a much more in-depth conversation than what we can do here.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madison, and thank you, Zequiel, for that. Madison is actually a hypnotherapist, so I just wanted to put it out there that she is a healer as well, and that's a great question that you had. And so our last question, I know, Margaret, you had your hand up. Did you still have a question?
Antoinette and Zequiel, I want to first honor you for your service, and I love you. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much. We love you very much.
My question is, what is transpiring when I feel energy moving through my body? It happens a lot, to a degree where it happens a lot. To a degree where my legs are being stretched out and pulled up, and I have these movements in my eyes. What exactly is going on?
These are called kriyas. Kriyas are spontaneous movements that happen in the human form as the energy is being what is called shelved. The energy is re-shelving itself and restacking itself. Earlier in this transmission, we talked about your energy stacking up So your energy is releasing different vibrations that are obstacles to its smooth flow. So anyone who is experiencing a jerk or a fluttering or a stretching or a moving, perhaps even the person who has deep trauma that our beloved Madison was asking about. This is energy simply moving and releasing, and it is a good thing. And then as it is released in a jerking or somewhat unrhythmic and irregular fashion, then the energy starts stacking up more orderly, shall we say, because the truth is you are simply a vertical column of light. Remember, you are light, you are love, you are life, you are God, you are all that is, you are a rainbow body and filled with sacred geometric shapes of light. So it all has to stack up in a more orderly fashion as you become more clear. So that is what is happening to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much, Zequiel and Antoinette, again for joining us. It's been a very enlightening time with you. And you, I can say with confidence that you have raised all of our vibrations. How can we continue to connect with you, Zequiel?
You just have to ask, as the dear one who asked about the dream state. We said to him, you just have to ask for us to come in your dreams. And we said this to other people as well. You just have to ask for me to be with you. We on this side of the veil can be with mind. We are no longer hampered by our bodies. Be with you, and as we said to our beloved angelic being, give you signs and symbols, and we'll show you that you're following the breadcrumbs. And it's really quite fun. We love having fun with you. Fun raises your vibration. Fun brings you excitement. Excitement brings you curiosity. Curiosity raises your vibration, because you become an explorer, you become a light worker, and you become more enlivened and more connected with your God self and your inner light. We love you all very much, and we're going to say goodbye for now. And we will be there for all of you. You ask. We, meaning Zequiel and the stadium guides and teachers who are here for all of you tonight. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Zequiel.
Bye.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome. I don't see any of you. Oh, there you are.
Welcome back, Antoinette. Welcome back. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
So much. How do you feel?
I feel like amazing. You guys are amazing. I've never done a group session where the energy was just so like filled with light and love. You guys are a great group, and you know, you're a reflection of each other, really, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. We have learned so much. Thank you for being a communication device for us. We're getting a lot of thank yous in the chat, and we're gonna be looking at this video time and time again. We learned so much. And
I'm so glad.
Learned so much. So yes, I will include that. And so everyone who has had the pleasure of viewing this video and would like to connect with this loving being, Antoinette and Zequiel, as you can see, they are amazing and enlightening and very high, hold a very high vibration. So I encourage you to do that. It will take you higher. So thank you so much. Love everyone, and talk to you soon.
Thank you, Loretta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Loretta.
Bye, everyone.
Loretta.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.